Hello and welcome to this Pearson Primary History Unit briefing. In this video, I'll be taking you through our unit on the Vikings. The national curriculum states that pupils should be taught about the Viking and Anglo-Saxon struggle for the Kingdom of England to the time of Edward the Confessor. Non-statutory examples of areas of study include Viking raids and invasion, resistance by Alfred the Great and Athelstan, first King of England, further Viking invasions and Danegeld, Anglo-Saxon laws and justice, and Edward the Confessor and his death in 1066. In this unit, pupils will have the opportunity to learn about each of these areas and more, giving them a broad overview of the Viking conquests of different parts of Britain and the Anglo-Saxon resistance. So, let's take a closer look at the workbooklet that pupils will complete as they move through this unit. The booklet begins with a knowledge organiser. A timeline sets out the key events of the period, from the first Viking raids to the crowning of Canute as King of England. Selected Norse gods are also set out. Finally, key vocabulary and significant people are included, including major Saxon kings. Each of the lessons are framed around an inquiry question, and you may like to end the lesson by having pupils jot down their key reflections in the learning review column here. Now, let's take a closer look at each of these lessons in turn. The first lesson asks, why did the Vikings raid and invade Britain? Pupils will learn about how the conditions in Scandinavia made farming challenging, in contrast to England, which had abundant arable land. This lesson will show how the Vikings set sail exploring and began to plunder England, most famously at the holy island of Lindisfarne in 793. Lesson 2 asks, who were the Norse gods? Pupils will learn about many of the major Norse gods, some of whom they may be familiar with thanks to superhero movies. They'll be introduced to two sagas within Norse mythology, Odin's Eye and Baldur's Death. If this strikes pupils' interest, there's plenty more Norse mythology to explore. Lesson 3 asks, why did Alfred sign a treaty with Guthrum? Pupils will learn how the Norse invasions stepped up throughout the 9th century and how a great heathen army of 3,000 Vikings arrived in 865. Most Saxon kings simply paid money or Danegeld to the Vikings to leave, but pupils will learn how Alfred won a famous battle against Viking Guthrum. Alfred then gave the east of England, which became known as the Danelaw, in a peace treaty designed to stop the constant flash attacks. Lesson 4 asks, was Alfred right to make a deal with the Vikings? Pupils will explore the Danelaw in greater depth and consider how the Saxon kings, especially Alfred, sought to negotiate with the Vikings. Pupils will be introduced to Alfred's son, Edward, and grandson, Athelstan, who's usually considered to be the first king of all England. Pupils will learn how Viking invasions continued, resulting in King Sven Forkbeard successfully conquering all of England. Lesson 5 asks, what were the similarities and differences between the Norse and Anglo-Saxon beliefs? Pupils will have an opportunity to examine the role that religion played during this period. Although the Anglo-Saxons were originally pagans, most people in Britain had become Christians. The Vikings remained pagans, but pupils will learn how some converted to Christianity, especially after losing battles or when trading with Christian cities. The final lesson gives pupils a chance to rehearse and draw together all of their knowledge by giving them the statement, the Vikings were not just bloodthirsty warriors, and asking pupils, what evidence do we have to support this view? Pupils will here be introduced to the idea that portrayals of history and popular culture are not always accurate, and will be encouraged to instead ground their analysis of the Vikings on evidence. We hope that you enjoy teaching this unit on the Vikings, and that your students enjoy learning all about it. The video ends here.